Well, I saw him slap her.
And then she shoved him away, and he fell against the pitchfork.
So, from your vantage point, his death was clearly an accident.
Yeah, there's no way she could have seen the pitchfork there. She was just defending herself.
And, what was her reaction afterward?
She was stunned, shocked.
Your witness?
Did you go to work for Wyatt Parnell under the name Johnny Dow?
Yes?
Is that your name?
No.
Oh, no. So it's an assumed name.
Yes.
Why'd you change your name in Amarillo, Mr. Chang? It's because you wanted for murder. For the brutal murder of 2 federal agents, isn't that so? There's another federal agent waiting to haul you away when we're done with you. Isn't that so?
Objection. Mr. Chang's past actions are irrelevant to the charges against the defendant.
Is it relevant that he has lied to everyone since he walked into town?
You know how Wyatt beat her, battered her?
What we know is that he built the children's wing on the hospital. That it was his business sense that helped save this city from bankruptcy when the oil bust hit. In Texas, we do not speak ill of the dead.
In Texas, did you help him when he was alive and out of control? In Texas, did any of you stand up for what's right? There's a Texas flag in this courtroom. What does it stand for?
Move to strike, Your Honor.
Order! Order!
You got him mad, son. The best show I've seen since Judd for the defense. Of course, just because you open the door doesn't mean the judge's gonna walk through it. At least not without cooperation.
Put Jay Barry on the stand. He knows what happened. Under oath.
Putting the DA on the stand as a defense witness? That just works in the movies. All we can do now is just wait and see what the judge decides.
Jian-Wa, thank you. You did all you could.
It wasn't enough.
It was enough to convince me. Yeah, we knew. He'd take a swipe at Gwyneth whenever one of the hands would spend too much time looking at her like it was her fault and not theirs. She'd turn up with these bruises, dark, ugly blood showing through, like she'd been kicked by a mule, except the mule was white.
Who's running the ranch now?
Eddie. He's having a great time of it, too. You know what it's like when your mom's away and there's no lock on the refrigerator door?
Objection, Your Honor. Eddie Mouton's conduct after these events is irrelevant.
Your Honor, Eddie Mouton's credibility is at stake as a witness. He's trying to portray Gwyneth Parnell as he wants us to see it.
Proceed, Mr. Bright.
See, in spite of everything, Eddie's a good foreman. Wyatt promised to make him partners someday, but when Wyatt got married, all those plans changed. Gwyneth didn't like Eddie, and Eddie couldn't stand seeing all his hopes flying out the window. It drove him crazy.
Let's just stick to what Eddie did to get back at the Parnells.
It's a long list. He'd make cracks to Johnny about sleeping with Mrs. Parnell. He'd urge Johnny to talk to her, and then he'd point it out to Wyatt. He stole a bandana of hers and gave it to Johnny, and then made sure that Wyatt saw Johnny wearing it.
He wasn't there. He didn't know.
There will be quiet in this court.
I was there. Eddie only wanted to see me when he needed somebody to step on, but I was there. I was always there.
What makes you change your testimony now, Howard?
Well, I'm not changing it. Just adding to it. Just saying what everybody knows, but no one wants to say.
That's a big assumption for a ranch hand to make, isn't it? That you can speak on everyone else's behalf?
Everybody on that ranch knew it. I knew it. One time I tried to say something, lost my job, and got too scared to mention it again.
That's all, thank you.
Eddie knew it, maybe even enjoyed it. That's why he stood over Wyatt's body and just kind of smiled like a great picture show had come to an end, and who knew when another one would come to town.
That's all, thank you.
You knew too, Mr. Barry. You're one of Wyatt's best friends.
There will be quiet in this court.
The witness may step down.
I object.
The witness may not object.
Well, then you should object. Or you should object. Anyone decent should object.
Will the defendant please rise?
I am always entertained by your oratory, Mr. Baylor, but I fail to find your witnesses fully credible. Through a tragic accident, this woman was a party to the death of her husband. It would compound that injury to accuse her of a crime that she has not committed. I find there is insufficient probable cause to bind this case over for trial. Miss Parnell, you are released. Case dismissed.
You better hope they keep you locked up, Johnny boy.
Eddie Wooten, you're fired.
Yeehaw! Come on, Eddie. Just don't walk down in the alleys alone, that's all I'm saying.
Remember these guys? Bob Sheila, Ed Potter. Good men until you shot them down. I can finally look their widows right in the eye. And this little courtroom stunt ain't gonna make anything easier for you.
Bring him. I got a plane waiting.
You can have him in the morning, Agent Sandler. I beg your pardon? We got a thing here called procedure. Got some forms to fill out, stamp, wrap up nice and tidy with a bow.
He's mine, damn it.
No, sir. Not just yet. Not in my job description today, right now.
You want me to call your boss? I'll call his boss. I'll call every damn plowjack in the state. I'll call him.
Call him. Here's their number. Of course, they ain't gonna like you any better for waking them up. Now, why don't you enjoy our fair city for one more night? There's a joint down the block that serves a 5-pound steak, free if you can eat it in 1 hour.
You want to see procedure? I'll show you procedure.
Government ought to give their boys a little seminar in manners. Story on you is you killed some cops. But that ain't the man I saw on the witness stand. And I don't feature a killer, even bringing Miss Parnell to the police station in the first place.
As long as they got me, I'll never find who killed those men.
And they ain't gonna be looking for anyone else either. You know, I heard tell you some kind of martial arts whiz. Reckon if I was to make the least little slip up, you'd move through me quicker than X-lax.
Hi.
Hi.
Just came by to see if you were okay.
Could have used some sleep. I can't remember the last time I had more than 2 hours.
Ah, but that comes with the job, Agent Phillips. It's worth it to get Chang in pocket. I'd roust up every judge from here to Houston if that's what it took. Get ready, Chang.
Eddie, I hope you haven't packed up your knives yet.
What?
Johnny Dow's back.
Bring that.
You're leaving me here to run this place all by my lonesome.
You're not alone. Howard stood by you when it came down to it. He'd make a good foreman.
Still, you convinced me to stay and fight. Maybe you should do the same.
Yeah, I will. But not here.
I got a little farewell for you.
Good. You did ask me to beat the hell out of you later.
one of you boys wants a job tomorrow?
Eddie?
He won't be putting any food on your table. That I guarantee.
You'll manage this place fine.
Asian Crime Special Investigation Section in search of Jian-Wa Chang.
He's not here.
Pardon me, ma'am, if I don't believe you. Listen, you check the house, I'll check the barn.
I wouldn't just go charging in there if I were you.
Hey, Chang. Holy.
Once a man tried to write poetry, but he found that if you look at the world long enough, you'll see all the poetry you need